Hey little guy, what are you watching?
Oh, nothing. Just my favorite animated cartoon series in the whole entire world, Smiling Friends.
Oh, good grief. That stupid show.
What's wrong with Smiling Friends?
Those good-for-nothing Australian-American troublemakers Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack won't ever stop making fun of the great nation of 123 Greeny Fathom. They can't keep getting away with it.
What the double hockey sticks are you talking about?
Just sit back and listen, little guy, as I spin ye a tale. A tale of spite, hatred, and general misbehavior. A reason to never believe anything those lying scum packages ever say again. In the Season 2 episode of Smiling Friends, the magical Red Jewel, aka Tyler gets fired. The boss takes him on an adventure to the mysterious land of Scamtopia to buy a magical Red Jewel. Take a look around at all the crude-looking MS Paint drawings, with bright flashing colors, and it doesn't take long to recognize this as 123 Greeny Fathom.
That's not true at all. Our country is a proud, beautiful land of prosperity and wealth.
Exactly. Not only that, but listen to that theme song.
Welcome to Scamtopia. Please enjoy your stay. There's one big rule here, so please obey. Please do not make eye contact with anyone. It's very offensive to us. Please respect our tradition.
It starts off wonderfully, but dwells off into a bunch of nonsense. Reminds you of anything?
Well, that's all probably just a coincidence.
Well, it'll all make sense soon enough. By the way, you ever wonder why the Spanish language is all made up of these weird hieroglyphs? Maybe it's because they're not actually hieroglyphs, but in fact they're logos. And what about the guy they're trying to buy the magical red jewel from? Mr. Jester? The guy wearing a jester hat. The guy's name follows the exact same convention as the characters in this silly cartoon. Dr. Beanson? Dr. Clown? Sergeant Beanson? It's not just a coincidence, my friend. Not to mention, this guy has the exact same voice as me. Did you just look into my eye? It's a disgrace, I tell you.
Come on, Dr. Beanson. Voice actors do the same voices all the time. Why do you think Rotten the Snowman sounds so much like Master Shake?
Oh, don't even get me started on the Aqua Teen conspiracy.
I think you are looking too deeply into this one.
I think you are looking too deeply into your own butt.
Alright then, how about you make me believe you for once?
Well, what about when Mr. Jester punishes people to death for doing so little as looking into their eye?
Well, that's just because of the stupid eye rule. By the way, does that have anything to do with Greeny Fathom?
Well, I'm not gonna question your authority as the king of this beautiful land, but I will admit you do have a bit of a temper. Not to mention all those weird rules about being loyal to Sony Wonder and all that.
Dr. Beanson, do you know Sony Wonder is the most supreme logo out of all of the land? Let those fools who do not accept Sony Wonder into their hands and hearts suffer, and be afflicted with all the plagues of Egypt.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to add?
Well, that actually brings me to my final point. And this one is sure to bring you over to the side of the good people. Mr. Jester usually wears a jester hat, but he puts on an executioner hood when he's about to execute him. Not to mention he is also the king, as well as a completely normal dude named Oscar. Reminds you of anyone?
What are you getting at?
The man goes by many names, all of which correspond to the different hats he wears. Kinda reminds you of how all of us Greeny Fathomites look exactly the same except for our hats.
Well, that's different. Anyone with eyes can clearly tell that we're not the same character.
What, you're playing some kind of mind games with me? I can't tell who you are anymore.
Now do you see?
But I guess I never thought about it that way before.
I knew I could convince you. By the way, I think we have some unfinished business to attend to. Oh, and also,
You're welcome for turning you back from that Windows 95 zombie.